I had lost my study skills today, every single thing gone, no experience, no motivation, no fancy technique. The only thing I have left is myself, my book, and bunch of information to learn. The first thing I'll do is to master the active recall method. It hurts, it's uncomfortable, but it works. If I had mastered the active recall method years ago, I would have crushed my examinations. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can use the active recall method to build your study life from ground to up. What is even active recall? Many people read like this. When they start reading a book, when they keep on reading, they highlight random pages, they feel productive, and after a few days they forget. That is passive reading, and that is garbage. Meanwhile, active reading flips the whole game. In active reading recall method, you are pulling out the information directly from the brain, no looking, no picking. And in active recall method, this retrieval method stresses your memory. And when you are engaging in active recall method, you are kind of the person gymming. But when you are just engaging in passive reading, you are kind of the person watching people gym. Step 1 is for you to turn your notes into question. As a student or as a learner, when you turn your notes into question, it helps you to study through the active recall method. Now, I'll give an instance for science student. Let's say in your biology note as a science student, it stated that a mitochondria is the powerhouse of a cell. Now, in order to turn that note into a question, you ask yourself, what is the function of a mitochondria, or what is the powerhouse of a cell? What I just did now is turning what was in my notes, the information in my notes, into a question. That way, when you turn your notes into a question, every topic becomes a quiz, your notes become your enemy, and your brain becomes a tool. And when your brain is a tool, it helps you to actively recall that information you studied, even during the examination or during time of defense. If you want to start over, this will be my first rule. Never take notes you can't test yourself on. The second step is the Blurt method. The Blurt method saved me from fake productivity. How the Blurt method works is that when you bring out an empty sheet of paper, over here there's no requirement of any structure or any perfect grammar, just your own memory. When you bring out an empty sheet of paper, you start to blot out every single thing you remember. The real learning begins, or the real magic starts to happen when you realize what you know and what is actually right. Blurt hurts, blurt stresses, but it actually works. If I was to start studying over again using the active recall method, I'll definitely blurt every single day till my exam time, or blurt every single day because it helps in learning. Step 3 is to use flashcards that slaps. I used to hate using flashcards till I realized I was using it wrongly. To use active recall flashcards, how it works is that one question, one answer, no fluff. Like for example, in a flashcard, you can ask yourself, what is the study of life? The answer is biology. Now, in using flashcards, how I'll do it is that I'll create 10 flashcards a day. I'll review it in 3 minutes. I'll review it in the next day. Then I'll also review it in 7 days. That's spaced repetition, active recall on timer. If I'll start to study over and over again, I'll never study without flashcards. Flashcards are like memory boosters on steroids. Step 4 is about scheduling the active recall time. Let me be honest with you, when you engage in active recall, it's also as important as how you engage in active recall. How this works though, how I'll engage in it is that you use day 1 to learn, then you use day 2 to engage in active recall learning, then you use day 4 to engage in active recall learning, then you use day 7 to engage in active recall learning, then you also use day 14 to engage in active recall learning. Don't panic if you forget, repeat the cycle over and over again. This way you train your brain like a muscle. Why active recall feels wrong is because individuals or students who indulge in active recall method of studying, sometimes they get uncomfortable, they blank out, they also tend to forget, and they also tend to feel like a failure. Well, the thing there is that naturally the brain learns faster when it fights Passive reading makes you think that, makes you smart, makes you feel smart. But active recall shows you your fault and also helps you to fix it. So yeah, here is it. That is why active recall is a good method of studying because it actually works. So here you have it. As a student, how to adapt to the active recall method of studying is that the first thing to do is, okay, your day one, you use your day one to learn a topic. After learning a topic, you use your day two to turn this topic into at least 10 to 15 questions. Then you use your day three to blow it out on a sheet of paper, pouring out all those, every single memory, pulling it out, every single memory. So you know what you think you know this is what is actually right. Then you use your day four for creating flashcards. Then you use your day five for reviewing it at different intervals. So here you have it. Here is like a detailed way in which you can push those memories, push those information you are studying into your brain. There's no fancy plan or anything. There's no 8 hours grind. Here it's just spaced repetition. In other words, active recall on timer. Most students spend time trying to look smart. When I was to start all over again, I'll spend time trying to actually remember. And the foundation is active recall. It's how you start studying now, and it's how you start studying tomorrow to start winning your examinations for real. If this video helped you, hit the like button. If you're ready to stop forgetting what you studied